Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Son of Demeter? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now, before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well if you haven't done so already. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, as we go towards the said village to see that it was under the Kyuubi's attack. And just now, the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, has used the Reaper Death Seal to summon Shinigami, with only one objective in his mind. In exchange for his life force, he would make a deal with Shinigami and ask it to seal the Kyuubi away in his newborn son. Right next to him was laying his wife dead, Kushina Uzumaki, and soon he would be joining her as well in the afterlife, or that is what he hoped. But before he could die, he gave a few words to Hiruzen. Make sure my son is protected, Hiruzen-sama, and he is to be seen as a hero. I will make sure of that, Minato. With these words, Minato was consumed by darkness as his eyes closed shut. But in the next moment he opened his eyes, he found himself standing right there. As in front of him, Hiruzen was laying down, and he was much more shocked to find himself laying there. So I am dead, was the first thought in his head, as he did not knew that he had thought it out loud too much. As that is when he heard a voice. Yes, Minato-kun. As Kushina was standing next to him. Kushina, what is going on? My name is not Kushina. At least not the real name. What? Said Minato, taking a step back. Then who are you? My name is Demeter, and I am from the west. From where? The west. I am a goddess of nature and harvest. And I'm sorry, Minato, but my son cannot remain here with these people. They will torment him, and I cannot allow them to do that. What? What do you mean? As Kushina then morphed into a woman who had brown hair and was wearing white robes, and she had floral pattern at the bottom of her dress, and held a pitchfork in her hand, which was cold. I am Demeter, the goddess of harvest and nature, and I cannot allow my son to remain here. He is a demigod now, and Minato, he needs to be brought into a place where he can be trained to use his abilities since he is a half god and half mortal. What? I can't believe this. So what am I going to do? You're obviously my husband. You will stay by me. As that is when a ring appeared in the finger of Demeter. What? Yes. As that is when Shinigami arrived. Demeter. Shinigami. Said the now goddess, which was Minato's wife. I know that this is what we agreed upon, that you would be taking your son, but the soul. I will give away this world with enrichments and bless it. Fine, I will allow it. And with that, Minato's soul, alongside with young Naruto, disappeared from the eyes of everyone. As Minato felt that he had regained a body. What is going on? I thought You have been given a new body. You are an immortal now, Minato, who is to stay by my side now, from now onwards. There are some things that I wish to clear before we arrive to meet my family. We are Greek gods who have moved to the west from Rome. As she tapped Minato in the middle of the forehead, and suddenly his head was bursting with knowledge to no end. How can I know this all? I remember I never heard of any of this, or any about you. I have given you the knowledge about Greek and our history. You had a lot of kids, I believe. As Demeter blushed. That is the first question you asked me, you idiot? As Minato looked down. Well, I'm sorry, but it was quite shocking. I am a god, Minato. We care little about these things, but I promise you this much, that now that I have you, I would not dwell in these matters. Naruto is my only son, and the last child that I will bear. As Minato then nodded, well, I was hoping that, maybe we would... We'll talk about that later. Not now, honey. As finally they arrived on the Mount Olympus, inside Demeter's temple, and immediately Demeter was summoned. As Zeus and everyone else had gathered there, Minato could see that all of them were in a high position. As Minato then bowed, paying respect, greetings, Lord Zeus. I am humbled to be here, everyone as well. I'm truly honored to meet everyone. Even us, said Artemis. We have seen what you can do, Minato Namikaze, and to be honest, I am quite surprised that someone like you would, well, make a stupid decision as such. Hiruzen Sarutobi was ready to offer his life. Hiruzen-sama has more wisdom than me, and more influence. And you are a fool to believe that. He has not been the same as he was before. How do you know so much, Athena-sama? I believe, right? Yes, Athena said with a smile on her face. Well, I have been keeping a track on the other realities of such as well, and on the shinobi world, as we say it. There has been a huge and heavy mist between the two worlds, so that even by accident nobody is allowed to cross to the other side. And that is how Shinto Pantheon and we have been residing. As Minato then agreed, I see, that makes sense. Ahem. I'm sorry, Lord Zeus, I did not mean to offend you. I am not offended. I'm just quite surprised that you're so well-mannered. Well, Demeter Sama over there. You can call me Demeter just fine, Minato. Demeter over there, told me about everything. And to be honest, I was quite shocked about this as well. I'm truly honored to be here in your presence. And my son as well. As that is when Demeter then stood up. He is going to be a demigod, which means that we cannot raise him, Minato. He is to be raised in the Half-Blood Hill. No, he's too young to go there, said Zeus. Then where is he going to go, brother? Asked Demeter. Well, only one place for him. An orphanage in New York City, where Minato will be allowed to visit him. Since he's an immortal and not bound by the laws, he will learn about them. And I would be lenient towards him for this, unless he stands against us. I pledge my loyalty by swearing on river Styx to Lord Zeus and to Mount Olympus. As thunder boomed, as Zeus then said, all right, because we're gonna need your help in the future. As Minato then said, I will help you as much as I can. As this was said and done, we see Naruto was dropped by Minato and Demeter into an orphanage that was being run by one of the associates of Olympians. As time began to pass by, Naruto began to grow up and even went to Yancy Academy because it was nearby. And by some sheer luck or misfortune, he ended up being friends with one Percy Jackson, who was a troublemaker who has been sent there. And they even shared the same bunk bed since it was a boarding school of a sort. And their friend, who was a cripple named Grover, was always there next to them. And so the life of two miserable kids, as they found themselves to be, was changing for the best because they had one another and were like brothers as well. And so time passed until they went to the trip into the museum. Mr. Burner, who was their Latin teacher, was continuously yapping about the Greek monuments, which Naruto, to be honest, did not knew why it was so important. Dude, why is this so important? I mean, what's gonna be useful in a resume about, Greek and stuff? Come on now, it's not that bad. It's just, cool to know about this, said Grover. Geez, that is what you would think, Grover. As suddenly there was a jelly bean and peanut butter sandwich that slapped across his face. As Naruto immediately got up and went towards one Nancy Boba Fett. Miss Nancy, stop doing this. Huh, Uzumaki, always the respectful one, huh? My name is Namikaze. No, your name is Fishcake, if anything. As Naruto clenched his fist so tightly as the earth began to shake a little bit. As suddenly, Naruto calmed his nerves down. Please stop bullying my friend over there. What he has done to you? As Naruto then used his other ability. That was his cunning nature like Fox. As Nancy was flabbergasted because of the smile and even blushed. I won't bother him. Please don't. And who knows, maybe we'll go on a date because of that. You promise? Nothing is for sure if you aren't sure yourself. As Naruto went back and sat down, "Dude, how are you able to do this?" said Percy. Well, I did read a lot of books, said Naruto, rubbing his nose. "You're full of crap," said Percy. And finally they arrived at the museum, where they were having a blast until Nancy couldn't keep herself and literally tried to push Percy, who, well, pushed her into a pound from the looks of it. Well, Naruto was busy buying a hot dog because he had saved up money, and he saw that their teacher was bringing Percy to the other side, calling him within the museum where no one else should be. So Naruto then went inside, following him, ignoring Grover. And once he arrived inside, he found something quite terrifying. He saw his teacher turn into a monster with wings, and Percy was paralyzed there as Naruto felt something rushing through his body. And that is when he realized it was adrenaline, and he instinctively dashed forward and pushed Percy away. And with a swipe of his hand, he put on a tried to protect himself with his arm, only for the attack to never happen towards him, which the monster was lunging towards him with full force. What? As Naruto's eyes opened, only to find that the floor had been destroyed, and from it a lot of tree roots have grown out, and were in the form of an orb surrounding them. What is going on, Naruto? How did you do that? I don't know. Percy. Ho! Said Mr. Burner, who had arrived there as a golden pen was thrown towards him, and suddenly grabbing it, Percy was shocked. What the hell am I supposed to do with this, Mr. Burner? Uncap it. And after uncapping it, the pen then glowed and morphed into a golden sword. Whoa. Percy, go for it! As Percy jumped over the wooden fence that was now somewhat destroyed by the monster, and the monster was about to slash towards Naruto as Percy cleaved its neck off, turning it into dust. Did we just turn our teacher into dust? As Percy capped the pen again, and both of them dashed outside because Mr. Burner wasn't there. After getting outside, they found that the Mr. Burner was there, where he was before, and looked like he didn't even move a muscle. How did he get there? Ah, Mr. Percy and Naruto. I believe you have my pen, Mr. Percy. Yes, sir. What happened to our miss? I'm sorry, who? As Naruto and Percy looked towards one another and then asked Grover the same question, even Nancy, and they were shocked that nobody even was aware of the said ma'am, who has been there with them, bothering them for almost an year to no end. Something weird is going on. While they boarded the bus and was about to return, they saw that once the bus broke down, just by their sheer luck, that 3 old ladies across from them in a juice stand was knitting, and one of them was cutting some yarn. Weird. Not the weather you would think of an old lady's knitting, as Grover immediately froze. What? What do you mean by that, Percy? As Grover and Percy then looked towards the direction where the ladies were seated, as even Naruto did, and the 3 of them were shocked. Something is creepy about those old ladies, said Naruto. What do you mean by that? I don't see any weirdness. It's just maybe they're knitting for their grandson's Christmas present. Yeah, that would be it. As after that we see Grover felt even more scared as he sensed something, and even Naruto could feel it. I don't know, I don't feel well. Maybe I should return back. No! I mean, wouldn't it be nice if we, went to Percy's home? We can hang out there. Percy, you wouldn't mind, right? No, I guess not. And so they dashed towards Percy's home, which was nearby. After arriving to the apartment, we see that there inside was Smelly Gabe and his pals, doing as usual on the wooden table. Naruto, to be honest, with the scent that was there because of the smokes, couldn't handle it, and somewhat ended up using his force and tied their ankles tightly around the veins that sprouted out from the woods, and literally yanking them down. As Sally looked at Naruto for a few moments before looking towards Grover, who nodded. We have to go now, Miss Jackson. As taking the car of, Smelly Gabe, his wife and the kids dashed inside the Camaro and began to drive outside of New York City towards Long Island. As soon as they arrived, there were strawberry fields everywhere, and it began to rain. Wow, just our luck. Where is this camp, Miss Jackson? And I don't think so. I should be going there. No, Naruto, you need to go there as well because, like Percy, you're special. Wow. I mean, I know that I'm having trouble with reading and stuff. You don't have to say it outright to my face. No, not that kind of special. You're really special. I mean, geez, you don't need to try to cover it up now. Yeah, Mom. I mean, we get it. We have trouble and all that. Shut up, both of you. Listen to your mom. As there was a huge sound that came out of the woods. Oh no, he's closing in. Who's closing in? Said Naruto. As suddenly, being near the woods, he could hear whispers. I can hear whispers. What is going on? As now we see, suddenly something was thrown towards the road in front of them as the car flung out of the road into the air. As Naruto's eyes widened, because in front of them, or they were heading towards in front of the huge concrete road from 20 feet up in the air, as the car was turned upside down. As suddenly Naruto's hand instinctively went towards the ground as bushes began to grow. Bushes that caught the car and saved the huge impact. Get out of the car. Now! We need to climb onto that hill that you see over there. As from afar, a huge shadow, as if a man was walking, was closing in. But the shadow was too huge. This couldn't be a man. Until the lightning thunder boomed and there both Naruto and Percy were able to see it. What is that? No. That's a Minotaurus. No. Why is he so near? Percy, Naruto, both of you have to climb up there. Fast. What about Mom? He's after you, Percy. Not me. And so both of them begin to climb, as Grover followed them. As that is when we see Percy was able to cross through, and so was Grover. Naruto, Miss Jackson. As Naruto turned, Percy was about to dash outside again until he was halted by Grover and pushed back. Let me go, Grover. I have to save Mom. As that is when the Minotaurus came face first in front of Naruto. In his hand was Mrs. Jackson. No, leave her alone. As Naruto's instincts and blood kicked in, veins began to sprout out from the ground, and even tree roots did, as they grabbed onto both of the hands of Minotaurs, as Naruto stretched both of his arms apart, stretching the arms as well, and then each vein began to crawl under the finger of the Minotaurs, ripping it open, causing it to bleed as well. As Mrs. Jackson got free, the Minotaurus was raging like a bull, but that is when we see Naruto's rage exceeded as he gripped so tight around his neck that it turned and crumbled into dust. And there remained two horns that were, without a doubt, not broken. He killed a Minotaurus with veins and stuff. How is he able to do that? As suddenly Naruto went down on one knee, panting heavily. As suddenly there was a glow on top of his head as Naruto only got a glance. As he saw his teacher, his Latin teacher, Mr. Burner, who was a half horse? What the hell is going on here? As that is how Naruto passed out. And next thing he saw was Percy and a golden-haired, silver-eyed girl seated next to him, feeding him something that was burning throughout his body. This is Ember Sodia. This is something that only demigods can consume and would heal them. As after that we see, it took 2 days for Naruto to recover, but once Naruto woke up in a cabin that resembled like a wood cabin where one would go out and camp, like a barn almost. As Naruto got up and came outside, as there he met with Percy, who was pacing back and forth. Thank God you're okay. I mean gods, said Percy as he looked at the glaring sight of the girl next to him. I'm sorry, but who are you again? Said Naruto looking towards the girl. My name is Annabeth Chase, from Athena's cabin, daughter of Athena. Yeah, and I'm son of Zeus. As the thunder boomed, that is not something you should joke about. Wow, seriously? So is this serious? Yes. As that is when we see Dionysus arrived outside. You, Menma, come over here. That's Dionysus. The wine god? Yes. As Dionysus had purple eyes, and a purple nose, and purplish hair, and was quite fat, and was wearing a cheetah-printed Hawaiian shirt and shorts. Don't call me dude. I call the wine god. Oh, I guess I can go with that. So, what is it that you want, sir? You have just offended my father, Lord Zeus, and he's not quite happy about what you have said. So I'm sorry, Lord Zeus, said Naruto, looking up towards as the thunder boomed again. Why is he angry again? That is how not things work here, kid. I can't believe this. Jiron, come over here and handle your students. This is too much troublesome. As that is when we see Naruto was shocked to see his teacher, who was a half horse. Wow, how do you sleep? Was the first question Naruto asked. That is quite a weird question that one might ask Naruto. But there is someone here to meet you. Who? As there standing wearing a black pentcoat was none other than Minato himself. Hey there, Naruto. I'm your father. As Naruto immediately lost it and punched the man in the gut so hard that he was on his knees, face to face with Naruto, as Naruto was about to give him a roundhouse kick until he was stopped by Veins. Who is doing this? It might be your mom. She's not gonna like that you hit your dad. Just hear me out, okay, please? As Naruto then looked up again, as there was another mark over there. What is this? All hail Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, the son of Demeter, goddess of harvest, nature, and of animals. As after hearing this, Naruto was shocked. No wonder I woke up with that barnyard of a camp. Smelled like the animals and stuff. As suddenly a vine appeared from the ground and smacked Naruto across the ass. Ow! What the hell was that for? That might be your mom. She is quite offended by what you have said about her, well, camp. Here, I'm gonna give you all the knowledge and rundown. As Minato tapped Naruto on the forehead as a matrix appeared. After it died down, Naruto somehow knew about everything. You could have done that before, you know that? You're such an ass, Dad. As there was another smack. Ow, what the hell was that for, Mom? Well, your mother is, not quite lenient like the others. She would make her presence known if her kids act out of line. So there are more of us? Or me? Yes, there are. As that is when we see a lot of Demeter campers came outside. Hello there, Naruto. My name is Kate Gardner, and I am daughter of Demeter, and leader of the cabin. I see. So, what am I gonna do here then, Dad? When am I gonna meet Mom? It's not so simple, Naruto. Maybe never, I guess. As Naruto suddenly lost it and was about to go out until Demeter appeared herself. Enough! How are you gonna beat your old man so much? As she was standing there with a frown on her face. As thunder boomed, enough, brother! I have to discipline my child. He is crossing the line here. As no thunder came. As Demeter then glared at Naruto. What do you want from me? Finally you show face when I was about to beat old man over here. You do know that I look quite young, right? Enough, Minato, said both of them. As Naruto then glared at his mother. And Demeter then smiled. You'll do just fine here, Naruto. You'll do just fine. As after that we see, Demeter then offered a bowl of ramen made out of whole wheats, which was quite disgusting, but Naruto ate it anyway, because Demeter would spank him if he wouldn't. So after eating that, Demeter and Minato left, as it was night time. And again, without saying anything, in front of Naruto the bowl appeared. Well, Mom is gonna punish you for that, said Kate, as she sat next to Naruto. You think so? Of course, Naruto. Because you have, offended her. Minato is like our dad. He has been quite nice and have visited us a lot. Oh, said Naruto, looking a little bit sad. He never visited me, you know. He was forbidden by Lord Zeus. Both of them wished that, you would be raised here in Half-Blood Hill, but Lord Zeus deemed it necessary for you to go out there and be raised there in the real world, into the orphanage. I see. So, if I'm claimed, then what about Percy, whose son he is? He has green eyes as well, so he could be... No. The only god who possesses green eyes is Lord Poseidon, but that would be a tragedy if he is his son. If that is true, then you are not to affiliate with him. What? Why not? He has been my best friend. I'm not gonna listen to you because of that. As that is when we see The ramen bowl disappeared, and Naruto was somewhat hungry, and only a sandwich, which was a whole wheat bread with whole wheat paste and a whole wheat bread, appeared. As Naruto took a bite out of it, it was so salty and tasteless. Well, she's seriously pissed now, so you're gonna have to eat and apologize. And so Naruto brought out the whole sandwich and dumped it down into the fire in the hearth. I apologize, Lord Zeus. Please save me from my mother's wrath. You're the king of gods and all, right? Please, said Naruto, praying to Zeus, but nothing happened. Ah, damn it. Even he's not gonna do anything. As up in the Olympus we see, Zeus was smirking. Serves you right, kid. Who gives you a right to joke and take so lightly about this matter? Why was so Zeus pissed? Well, Hera was right next to him, and when he said that, she got pissed, and well, Zeus was the one who had to take on her rage, so he had the right to punish Naruto a little bit, even though. As for Demeter, she didn't take kindly of that, and so Naruto's cabin was quite hard that night, and he had a hard night of rest, cursing his mom, until in his dream she visited again, and both of them reconciled, with, well, Minato as well, being there as a mediator. And next morning everything went back to normal until Kate told him that they need to participate in the capture the flag event that was going to happen between Athena's camp as well as Ares' camp. They obviously sided with the Athena's camp because Ares, well, destroyed everything in their path, so obviously Demeter was against them. Naruto obviously sided with Percy because he was also, well, siding with Annabeth's camp. So the three of them then went on out as Percy was left to defend the water side alongside with Naruto. Suddenly, we see Ares campers arrive there and wanted to hurt Percy while grabbing onto Naruto. Leave him! He's already down. Just take the flag and go. You think we want the flag, punk? We're here to teach him a lesson. As said, that is when suddenly something happened. Naruto's eyes, they morphed red with slits in them because he was enraged. As suddenly from the ground, huge amount of veins burst out in the form of a punch, punching the Ares campers, sending them flying across the river to the other side, causing them to pass out with a lot of broken bones. As Naruto was now being consumed by red chakra, suddenly a huge wolf came outside, jumping from the woods. He was complete black with red eyes. Naruto grabbed a hold onto it with his vein-like hands and ripped it apart right in front of Percy and glared at him with red eyes and slits in them. Even Chiron stopped for a moment as Demeter herself arrived there and placed something on Naruto's forehead, causing him to be knocked out. Who let a wolf such as him inside? He's a monster, a strong one at that. As Chiron then bowed in front of her. Lady Demeter, you shouldn't be here. Yes, Aunt, you know how Dad is. Your father is the one who sent me here. And besides, there is a quest that was needed to be handed to you, Percy Jackson, son of Poseidon. As suddenly he was claimed as well. What? As Naruto by the time got up then said, Mom, what are you doing here? Well, there's one thing that me and Minato left out, Naruto. Zeus wants you to find out about that. You possess the Kyubi no Yoko, the strongest Biju. The Nine Tails. But isn't it just a myth? As suddenly Naruto's eyes turned red again. You think that I am a myth, child? Said a deep grumbling and growling voice from Naruto's mouth, causing all of them to panic. He's possessed. He's not possessed. I mean, he kind of is, but to be honest, it is the Nine Tails, isn't it? Said Annabeth. Yes, daughter of Athena. Kyubi? You know the deal, right? Of course, Demeter, goddess of nature and harvest. I remember our deal. I will guide the child. You don't need to worry about anything. So far I have been, as is second nature of a mind. Said Kyubi with a smirk on its face. Until we see Naruto came back to his senses. What the hell is going on? And why are you all freaking out like someone got possessed or something? As the Hermes cabin wanted to burst out laughing because of what Naruto has just said, jinxing himself, well, Demeter just rolled her eyes and smiled. I have to go. My time is almost up, Naruto. I'm sorry, kids, but I will try to visit as much as I can. The others will also be allowed soon enough because we are convincing Zeus to do that. But before that, a quest is in need of fulfillment. As now we see, that is when Chiron got up. Alright, Percy, you are to go to the cabin upstairs, into the attic, where the spirit of Delphine resides. As Percy went there and was quite traumatized when he came outside. I'm gonna need Naruto and a few other campers to go on this quest with me. What has happened? Turns out the lightning bolt is missing. Someone has taken it. As that is when we see Leuk, the son of Hermes, who has been getting closer with Percy, then arrived. Here, Percy, take these. What are those? These are the shoes that my father gave me. They're sneakers, I know, but wings sprout out from them, and, you wear them. They might help you. Really? Thanks. As Naruto then looked at Luke as the second voice within his head that usually talked to him, then said, well, what do you think? I don't know. You tell me. There's obviously that something is at play here. He's lying. Should I warn Percy now? No. You should warn him in the end, or after the quest. Of course warn him now. Percy, I don't think that you should take these shoes. What? Why? Oh, I get it. You're just jealous that I got flying shoes and you don't, Naruto. Dude, I'm gonna rip them when you're asleep. Make sure you hide them properly. I wanna go, said Annabeth. Sorry, what? Said Naruto. Percy, it's your call. It's your quest. Yeah, we'll take her. I'll be the last one, said Grover. Please. Fine, G-Man. You're on. And so the four of them went on the quest. First they had to go all the way to Los Angeles, and to travel there they were taken by bus until on the first stop of the bus, outside of the Long Island near New York City, something happened. Not only Miss Dodds was back, but also she was with two of her doppelgangers, and the three of the old ladies were wearing jackets. As soon as they boarded, they looked towards the three of them, and immediately turned into bats, and were demanding, where is it? From, well, Percy, until Naruto then bursted out from both sides, causing the bus to tumble from left to right side, as veins appeared and grabbed onto them. As Naruto then made a huge wooden golem appeared and smashed two of them into the faces, causing them to turn into dust. But the third one tried to escape, but it was ripped apart from the neck and the back. We have to go. As the four of them departed, we see they arrived into the woods. How are we gonna get to the other side? We don't even know where the heck we are. As Naruto then calmed down, focusing, we have to go that way, he said, pointing towards the west side. And so they began to dash there, on foot, until they arrived into a motel that was quite run down. There they found the only building with lights on. As they were arriving there, they saw that Miss D was there, an old lady who has a statuary. Quite a weird place, and those statues, they have all shocked-like expressions beyond high alert, kid, said a voice from inside Naruto's head. As Naruto then said, alright, I'll listen to you as I usually have my gut voice. Gut voice. As now we see all of them went inside, only to find Miss M there cooking some hamburgers. What do I have here? Well, our bus broke down, ma'am, and we were starving after getting lost, so would you mind? Said Annabeth. Of course, why not, dearie? Just sit down. And so they began to eat, and after that, well, Miss D offered them to make a portrait of them, and so they sat down there. Miss D, don't mind me asking, said Naruto, but where is the camera? Oh, it will arrive there. As Miss D got in front of them, until it hit Percy. Get out of the way! That's Medusa! As immediately all of them got out of the way, as they closed their eyes, and Medusa was now flinging them back and forth, stretching them to open their eyes, but they wouldn't, until Naruto, using the nature that was rarely there, was able to capture her, and Percy, using the mirror, got close to her and attacked, cleaving her head off and claiming the prize. Whew, that was close call. And so, after that, they made no more stops and arrived, only to find that they have gotten to a city nearby, and have at least 2 states to arrive to Los Angeles. And there, they were quite starving and hungry until they met with none other than Ares, who arrived there on a bike, and was wearing black goggles, from behind which his eye sockets were empty and fire was burning in them. As he then said, "Well, punks, I have a task for you. In return, I'll be able to help you get to the other side, where you want to go. But you do know that we're already on a quest, right?" said Percy. "You wanna help or not? I'm your only chance and shot here getting that task filled, Percy Jackson. Otherwise there might be a war." As all of us got shocked, as Naruto then said, "How is what do you mean there will be a war? Mother never said something like that to me." "Of course we will not reveal everything to you, punk. Why else do you think he was chosen?" "Because he's the one who is being blamed right now. There might be a war between your father and my father, and to be honest, that might be quite a bloody one, and you all will be wiped out." As Percy then turned pale, "No, what do we have to do?" "Just grab my shield from Waterland. It is nearby." After getting the coordinates right, they arrived there, and it was an abandoned water park. As soon as they got the shield, camera begins to roll in, and they realized this was a trap set up by Hephaestus to capture both Ares and Aphrodite again, and make fun of them in front of the whole Olympus. And Ares has willingly sent them there. Grabbing onto the shield, they were able to escape somehow without making a mess of and fun of themselves into the whole mountain of Olympus. We see that they arrive and give Ares his shield, as Ares then gave them a backpack as the form of supplies and pointed towards a truck which had a zoo logo on it, and inside it was a giraffe and a lion that had been showing his ribs. And there they were able to find out that they were a smuggling company, and by the next stop they arrived, they let the animals free. But the only downside was that they were still quite far away from Los Angeles. They had arrived there, but they were at the edge of the city. They still needed to get to the studios near the Hollywood. So they used one Dramcha and called on to the Chariot of Damnation, arriving there as fast as they could. And finally, after fighting Hades' studio, they arrived in front of a man who was seated there with a nameplate of Chiron, as Percy made the mistake of calling him that. "Chiron? I'm not that damn horse. I'm Charon. Charon is quite different from Chiron. Are you all like him?" "No, sir, we're not. Here, we'll offer you some Dramchas. Just please let us go through and meet Lord Hades. You know what? We'll even talk about your pay raise and whatnot." And so, getting a little bit about that, Charon agreed and pushed them to the side. The next task was going through the fields, where quite a lot of people were present in the darkness and in the field of best and into the fields of punishment. We see they finally arrived inside the room in which Lord Hades was, but the only stop and obstacle there was Cerberus there, as after, well, making a huge ball made out of pure wood vines, as it was thrown to the side, Cerberus went there. They were able to get inside, and as soon as they arrived, Lord Hades was present there. "What do you want from me, and why are you all here?" How do you know we were here?" "Anything that goes and enters my domain I'm already aware of." "Kid, so do tell me, why are you here, Naruto Uzumaki, and why shouldn't I blast you?" "Wait, me? I thought you might be pissed at Percy and all that." "Dude," said Percy, "hey, I'm just requesting." Oh, I remember. Yeah, you have my, kind of like sister here?" "Yes, she just left to Mount Olympus, and she is my wife." "Didn't you?" "I dare you, say it." "Well, I'm good. I want to live." "Good choice, Naruto Uzumaki." "Now, as for you, Percy Jackson, what do you want?" I'm here for the lightning bolt, sir, that you might have taken. I'll be really glad if you give it back. I mean, I don't want Lord Zeus on my ass or something." "You think I have it? What do you have then in your hand?" "Oh, it's just a backpack." As Percy opened it, only to find the golden cylinder there. "What the hell are you doing with the telescope, Percy?" "That is not a telescope. That is broken, Naruto Uzumaki. That is, in fact, the lightning bolt itself. And the bag is its sheath." Oh. Oh dear. "Percy? Yeah, we messed up. But this was given to us by Ares, who is a god of war and who would want anything and everything to happen to cause a war. Oh. Can we leave? Please, we need to." "Silence. Why do you think I should allow you to leave? You have pointed a finger at me, and I don't like that. You know I'm not good with grudges, right? Then what do you want from me, or all of us? I want something from you, Naruto Uzumaki. What would that be, Lord Zeus, Lord Hades? Said Naruto. I want you to find my helm. Your helm of darkness is missing as well, said Annabeth. Yes, daughter of Athena. I think I know it might be. Who? Who else? I mean, the one who gave us the lightning bolt, he must have been the one who possessed it. If you're right, then I will let your friend live, as Grover was captured there. And if you're wrong, he dies. Grover, no! Percy, use the pearls right now. We need to save Grover. As Naruto and the others used the pearl, as Naruto then said, Percy, take the lightning bolt and save the whole Mount Olympus. Leave Ares to me. As Ares' spear went past Naruto, only to appear in his hand again. As Naruto was now facing against Ares. As Vayne appeared from the sand, as it began to ball into the form of fist, as Naruto then began to attack him, but Ares was able to dodge and get near. Your puny roots will not work against me. As Naruto was beaten, punched again and again and again, until Naruto had had enough, and he got up to his feet. Enough. As the red eyes began to glow, until they morphed into golden, as golden chakra bursted out of Naruto. As Naruto then slammed his hands together and slammed them onto the ground. Mokitan. Wooden Buddha statue. As a huge Buddha statue appeared with 1,000 hands, 1,000 fists of fury, said Naruto, unleashing 1,000 fists on Ares, causing him to crumble down. As he was about to release his true form, we see Naruto standing there, facing it and surviving his true form, and even raising 2 wooden dragons to attack him, and in the end was able to place a literal gash on him, causing him to bleed ichor, the golden blood of the gods. You have beaten me, Naruto Uzumaki, fair and square. But don't think for a second that I will not attack you again. I swear it on the name of Lord Zeus that if you try, I will kill you, said Naruto, as his eyes were slits right now, and Ares, for a first time in his whole millennial of life, felt true fear, because he realized that this form of Naruto was in fact stronger than even him. As Naruto then took on the helm, which then morphed into the form of a ring. Then, as soon as he was about to arrive, we see that a gate in the pits of earth itself opened, as stairs led him down. As soon as he arrived, the door opened by the skeletal soldier present there, and he was standing there. Bravo, Naruto Uzumaki. Not only you beated my nephew and taught him a lesson, you also saved your friend. Here you go, Lord Hades. Naruto bowed and gave him the ring. You know, you might be the first child of Demeter that I might actually like. As Demeter arrived there, leave my children out of this. You already have taken my daughter. I will not tolerate you taking my son. Mother, enough. As Persephone was also the one who arrived there. Lady Persephone, said Naruto, you do not need to bow to me, little brother. I'm sorry, what? Your little brother of mine. I mean, honestly, what do you expect from me? You're quite special. You know that? Because you were brought from the Shinto pantheon. Fine, I won't harm him if you consider him your little brother. Little brother, said Hades. Yeah, I'm okay with you calling me Naruto, Lord Hades. Agreeable. I think I should as well. As after that, Demeter and Naruto arrived up on Mount Olympus, where Percy was about to be blasted. Please, Lord Zeus, what did you do now? Percy, what the hell? As Naruto bonked him on the head. Ow, what the hell was that for, dude? What did you do wrong to piss off the king of gods? At least one of them have manners. Oh, my apologies. Greetings, everyone, as well. I guess he is aware quite well, said Hera. I must say, sister, this child of yours is the only demigod that I approve of, because it is made out of union and marriage. And not only that, your husband is still there. Thank you, Lady Hera. But I still detest that you called yourself my husband's demigod. I'm sorry about that, please. Please drop it. I don't want Lord Zeus on me. You better not. Well, I have determined that Percy Jackson is not the one who is, well, the one who stolen the lightning bolt. Ares was. But how did you capture it, Ares? And why did you? Why do you think I should tell you about that, Dad? As Percy and Naruto witnessed Ares getting zapped, and that is when and Athena was able to make him spew everything with her brain tactics, and it was revealed that some crooked one was at play here, as the elder Olympians got serious and began to talk with one another, and Naruto witnessed his own mother being quite serious. This is quite dark, brother. We need to make sure that we are able to do something about this. We need to contact him. With the help of him and him alone, we will be able to overcome him again. If he is stirring awake, we'll discuss this no longer. We will take action soon. You do not need to fret, brother. We will do this. And as for the demigods, they will be rewarded once they return. And so, Zeus and the others began to prepare for something much worse, while the demigods were still unaware, but knew that they would be considered as heroes. Only 2 days after their return, Naruto was called by Annabeth into the infirmary room where they found Percy with his hand being bandaged up and his body being burning. What happened? He was poisoned by Luke before he escaped. What? What did he do? Turns out he's the one who stole the lightning bolt. He's the traitor that worked with Ares. As that is when we see Naruto getting enraged, because he knew, he had a gut feeling that something much worse was about to happen. Something much worse was about to come. But right now, all that mattered was that Percy needs to survive this. And he knew that he was going to. His best friend was going to. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.